Hello there and welcome to Duxford. Now Duxford is better known for the RAF and wartime flying, but I've been invited here today by a company called ARCC Bikes to see what they do. Now their core business is retrofitting bikes to become e-bikes, and one of the most popular ones they do is the Brompton. If you don't know what a Brompton is, it's a folding commuter bike. So you fold it up, you take it on the train, get to where you're going, unfold it, and then ride to your office or your place of business. And here they turn them into e-bikes. So let's go and see exactly how they do that.
Okay, the first thing we do is replace the bottom bracket with a torque sensor, and then we add a frame bracket to the front of the bike, which allows us to fit the ARCC pod. We relace the customer's front wheel, fitting the motor, also adding fork supports for strengthening, also adding inline brake switches, which allow us to use instant kill switches, also allows us to use the feature of launch control. We add a Bluetooth cradle up top here, which takes the Bluetooth controller to allow you to control the bike. This takes all around 4.5 hours to fit.
Okay, so having retrofitted the Brompton, let's go and find out what's so special about the pod and hear about some of the technical specs.
The ARCC Intelligent Drive pod drives a 250 watt motor, which means it's fully compliant with British and European regulations. It operates from a standard Bosch battery, which are available all around the world as well as directly from ARCC, and very easy to unclip and recharge with a standard Bosch charger. They come in two sizes, mainly the 4 amp hour battery, which can get you 20 miles, and the 6 amp hour battery, which costs a little more, but it can give you a range of 30 miles. The pod's performance is designed to give very smooth performance, adapting to the power that you're putting in through the pedals, so it feels more like an extension of your own cycling rather than a separate motor-driven capability. We've got some unique features such as a gradient sensor, which means that it can automatically cut in and give you that extra support as soon as it detects you're on a hill. And we have a boost start, which allows you to get going, get the motor starting as soon as you release the brakes. The whole system is fully compliant with Brompton bikes, and we can convert any Brompton, including those with a bag on the front.
So converting your Brompton to an e-bike is all fine and dandy, but what is the point of that? Why on earth would you need an e-commuter bike?
The reason why you want to convert your Brompton to electric is to make the most of it as a commuter bike. So with the better range and special features like hill assist and launch control, you can get to work or home without breaking a sweat. And at the end of the day, it's still a folding bike. So if you need to take it on public transport, whether that be bus, train, tube, you still can, or pop it under your desk.
Okay, well that's kind of all the chalk and talk. Let's see how this bike rides. Well, here I am riding this converted Brompton through the streets of Cambridge. It's a bit of a sharp learning curve for me because I've never ridden a Brompton in my life, so I'm having to get used to that. And also obviously this is now a converted e-bike, and it's learning how to use that as well. But so far my first impressions are it's actually great fun. a little piece of rock trivia there for you. That pub that I've just passed on the right hand side going over the bridge, I believe Pink Floyd did a couple of their first ever gigs in there. I'm here trying out the launch control feature on the ARC pod, which just gives you a little bit of a boost, and that's particularly useful if you're trying to get away from traffic lights and stuff. So obviously I don't want to do that out on the road, so I've come to this apparently nice quiet little street to try it out, and all I need to do is apply both brakes, put a little bit of pressure onto the pedals, and then when I let go of the brakes it should just propel me forward. So let's see if that works. Cambridge is a pretty flat city, but I've still been using the motor assist on the bike here. I was originally on level 3 and that was a little bit too much, so I've knocked it down to level 2, and pedalling is just so nice. I'm not putting any effort in at all. The bike is doing very much all of the work, and if you're commuting I would have thought that would be pretty good. You're not going to get sweaty, you're not going to get all worn out, and it's just going to be nice and easy when you get to where you need to go. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if you're riding a Brompton, I would guess that it's more of a functional thing rather than riding for exercise. You're not going to be in Lycra, you're not going to be gunning it, you're more likely to be in a suit or business clothes, and you're not going to want to arrive at work all hot and sweaty or even need a shower. Unfortunately I'm sweating at the moment because it's a hot day and I'm a sweaty person. The bike that I'm riding is actually only a 2-speed bike, but yeah, it doesn't really matter because I've not changed gear at all. I think that's a combination of Cambridge just being so flat and the motor doing all the work. Obviously today's ride is neither functional nor fitness, it's just purely for fun. I'm cycling around a very picturesque city, enjoying the sights and having a lovely time, and obviously, yeah, I don't have to worry about getting worn out or things being too hard. It's just a fun day. Just gone over the bridge there, and I think for Cambridge, as far as hills go, that's it. Oh yes, I'm a Cambridge man myself. I always support them in the boat race, except when I'm supporting Oxford, of course. I have to admit that I'm also pretty surprised with just the Brompton itself. It's the first time I've ever ridden one, and I always had the idea that they were sort of clunky, rather unelegant type bikes, but this is actually really, really comfortable. and yeah, I'm really enjoying riding it. It's been an absolutely fantastic day here in Cambridge. I've really enjoyed riding the Brompton, and I've been very pleasantly surprised at how much fun riding with the ARC pod has been as well. So a massive thank you to ARC for inviting me. I hope to come back another time soon, and thank you for watching.